Hi, I'm Hooper. In my story, I base it off of the life of Larry Bird, the historic famous basketball player who is a Hall of Famer. Um, and in reality, he was born about 10 years after the Great Depression. But what I wanted to do was try to recreate his life and put it in the Great Depression. And so the whole story is just about Larry going through many struggles with farming and his father. Um, and the Great Depression affecting his life and just going through all his hardships and becoming successful and playing amongst the greatest anyway. Um, so here's the story. It was a gloomy day in year 1933. I began heading home and was walking down the side of a country road in Marion, Indiana. I've had a lot of fun dribbling my new basketball everywhere I go. My father bought it for me on my 16th birthday a few days ago. As I dribble down the street, I try to imagine that I have a defender in front of me. Power dribble, in and out, crossover, spin, and the man is beat. Having the ball that Pa got me reminds me of Pa and what he told me this morning. It really got me thinking. I remember he said, when you think you're done, you're not. I actually feel like I can transfer that to basketball. I can never be satisfied with myself. I can always be better. Gotta keep working. I'm very thankful for Pa and what he teaches me. Doing things such as work with him really does help build my character and see a different perspective on how I should live my life. Taking pride in what I do off the court helps me have pride when I'm playing on the court. As I continue to walk down the road towards home, I notice something black on the side of the street. It's a tire. I start rolling it down the road with me home, as I know exactly what it'll be perfect for. I finally arrive home to find Mama putting some chicken into the oven. "Where's Pa?" I ask. "Oh, you can find him in the wood shop." I grabbed the yardstick and walked out to go talk to Pa. As I step outside into the porch, I notice an unusual amount of dust on the floor. "Hey Pa, I just want to thank you for the new ball. Loving the way it handles." "No problem, son. I knew you'd love it. Just keep on putting in that work." "You know what, Pa? Do you know where I could get some nails, a hammer, and the ladder by chance?" "Yeah, a hammer and some nails should be on the bench back there, and the ladder's in the coop." I get what I need and head out to the front of my house. I see the telephone pole as a perfect spot to set up my ladder next to. After marking out 10 feet on the telephone pole, I begun to set up the tire and grab some nails. Before climbing up the ladder, I put the nails in my mouth and climbed on up. I could see all the many fields of corn in the distance my father and I have put our lives into. I pulled the first nail from my mouth and started to nail it in the tire. Every contact made created a soft, low-pitched banging sound. Many swings of my hammer later, I had a tire up 10 feet in the air. "Perfect," I said to myself. Dad walked uh, over with my basketball in his hands. He left it in the shop. He took it about a 25-foot jump shot and buried it like nothing. "Not bad, son. Should do until we get a new basket." "Yeah, it's too bad these darn winds we've been having lately blew the other one down," I replied to Pa. "Hey Pa, you got time for a game of one-on-one?" "Sure, let's go." Pa checks up the ball with me. Never beaten him in a game of one-on-one before, but I feel like this might be my time. Any questions? Um, what was some research that you had to put into the novel that you wrote? Well, the main things I had to focus on was location for the story and time. I needed to figure out like what town I wanted him to be in and like what year it should be because of people being elected and new things coming out. Um, the story mainly being about farming had me focus on researching a lot with the Agricultural Adjustment Association within the New Deal and find everything about that and include that in the story and how it affects his life and changes how he farms. Um, what was your favorite thing about writing the novel? Well, I really enjoyed writing the novel because I got to write about what I wanted to write about. It was, Larry Bird being the greatest player to play for my favorite basketball team that has been my favorite basketball team forever. It was a lot of fun being able to recreate his story and add my own touch to it and expand on it. Um, what would you suggest to someone trying to write a novel? Well, I would say that the most important thing is to write about something you have a passion for. Um, Basketball is like a lifestyle for me, so being able to write about this was great. And also just how I put in my own thoughts into it. I tried to give Larry the same mindset that I have like the same attitude I have towards the game and how life revolves around it and like it can translate to on and off the court. Yeah, thank you.